But if you want to take the time and email them, they have opt-out things where you can opt out of your information. Okay, Jim, let me know if you need any pics from my college football days at Long Beach City College or Clark Atlanta University. Okay, don't need that, but why don't you, what about
please.
From Central State University? I would like it from Central State University, and also you can send a picture of your degree in Black Studies from Clark Atlanta as well, and your degree from Livingstone College. Those are the two things I need. Baby pics are necessary. Also, Jim, do you have liability insurance for your business?
And your driver's license. I mean, just the address.
Okay, you have insurance. So, okay, Jim, you can send evidence of your liability insurance, okay? And you can send evidence of your college degree in Black Studies from Clark Atlanta, or your degree from Livingstone College in North Carolina. Also, you can show that you played football at Central State University. I don't need you to show me that you played football at Clark Atlanta, because I was able to find something about that myself. Queen Bee, she has her email listed, so you can send that.
I do want to know the jersey number, though.
Well, his jersey number?
I don't know any middle-aged man that's bald, that doesn't have a college football career, that doesn't go around bragging about their jersey ID and their statistics and how far they can kick and all that kind of stuff.
Jim, I'm fully aware. Yes, Jim, I'm aware that they disbanded their entire football program, but their last season was in '96. And since you said you played there, and since you say you played on the '95 championship team in Long Beach, then you must have played on their '96 last season. You never played Central State. Okay, Jim, I believe that. Just to let you know, you have stated that in print in newspapers many times going back years, so that was not true.
Yeah, that was also where he was a recruiter, and he recruited players for. That was CSU. That was where he was a recruiter.
Just send this stuff, Jim. Also, you've told two different newspapers, one that you got a degree from Livingstone and one that you got a degree from Clark Atlanta. So you're telling yourself, so you lied against yourself. I don't need to disprove that. You said two different things. Also, you said that you are a teacher. Where did you teach? Jim, talking is not going to help you out, man. No, it's him. It's him.
Yeah, and I've read articles where you claim to be a recruiter and recruited from that state.
You have no degree from Livingstone at all. Where is that? Okay, so I'll make sure that I put up the actual digital copy of a digitized newspaper where you said that you went to Livingstone and finished in Salisbury, North Carolina after you left Clark Atlanta. Yeah, and then you can send, if you want to send your insurance, go ahead. I think that there's some people who would love to have your company's liability insurance, so go for it. He's not going to send his insurance because back in the day, he got in trouble because somebody decided to reach out to his insurance company because in that fake league he had going, somebody broke their leg and there was all these issues, and that's what kind of made it all fall apart. So he's probably very sensitive to the things. What do you chicks look like? Why can't we see you all? Because
scamming people. That ain't got shit to do with shit. Let's stick to the basics here. Why are you scamming people who have missing children and missing people in their families?
Yes, just stop telling people. Stop cold calling families and telling them, wire me $4,000 and I have a 100% success rate and I'll find your loved one in 2 weeks that are alive. Okay?
So you do that. On vulnerable people. We know, we're not afraid of you, Jim. We have everything. We know everything. We have everything. We know everything you've said in any article. We know, we have it all. We're not afraid of you. We're not going to back down, Jim Terry. You are a liar. You are a lifelong con man, and you are preying on vulnerable families. You are a sick individual. We are not stopping. You are done. Your time is up. We have it all. We know what you've done, and you're done. You're not going to hurt any more families.
Yeah, no, it's definitely him. This is completely in his MO. And I mean, that girl, he probably would want to talk to Queen. She can talk to him. I won't speak to him. So again, Jim, I think that the only issue is this idea that you're running a con on these families, that you're presenting yourself as somebody who can deliver a bill of goods that you can't, and that instead you're incredibly hurtful and you're disrupting investigations, and you are and that instead you're incredibly hurtful and you're disrupting investigations, and you are taking advantage of people, and you should not be able to make money. Like, you can go on YouTube and be a jerk, for the rest of your life, whatever. I have no control over that. But people will be able to know before they give you money. Before they give you money, they should be able to Google you and see what your public reputation really is.
Exactly. And
Yep. Jim, that's the other thing is obviously we believe people and we believe families, and there is nothing I've been able to find of any family or any law enforcement ever giving you credit for finding anybody.
yeah, exactly. And
Yep. People who said that you are horrible and you ruin their lives in a terrible moment and scam them and took advantage of them, stalked them, harassed them. But absolutely, if there's other families who are saying other things, I do think they should be able to tell their story. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist. Yep, we've seen that. We've seen you put that up there. Again, Jim, that's your big thing. That's your first Google response. We get it. It's you talking about yourself in an interview. And the other people you listed the other day, you listed other people the other day, and those people, we reach out to them and they're like, no, absolutely not. He did nothing to find my loved one at all. It was completely separate from you.
And
so
Jim,
you don't get any benefit of the doubt. Once you lie about
exactly.
that, the assumption is that you're lying.
Exactly. And Jim, we're not hiding. We don't have anything to hide. But you have not shown us your college diploma. You have not shown us your liability insurance. You have not shown us a driver's license. You're hiding. Why are you hiding those documents? Send them over.
No, we're not gonna do that, Jim. We understand that you finish this transition. You know, you always get a new scam going every couple of years. Go ahead and fully transition over into being another person who makes their money off YouTube and PayPal donations and super chats.
Exactly.
Do that, be a YouTube personality and eke out an existence that way. That's fine.
Stop.
Okay, we have nothing to say about that.
Exactly.
And
yeah, because your loose skate is
it's very stupid, but
stupid. You're ignorant.
They're all over it now anyways. No one cares about that anymore. But yeah, we just want we are exposing you for the cons that you have done. We don't care about what you're going to do right now, but we're done with you preying on vulnerable families.
Yeah.
You are a predator. You are a predator, Jim Terry, and you are exposed, and we're not going to back down. You have done nothing to refute any of the accusations of your conning and scamming and to prove the things that you say you are.
Yeah.
So
What you just did in chat is Captain Kangaroo is right. I just took a screenshot of that. You were just giving so much evidence. You just gave evidence of yourself legally trying, like actually right up front, trying to extort $200 from this man by threatening to release pictures of his daughter. Okay. So you have that. You're saying that's evidence against you. You're just coming on here and giving evidence of criminal acts. Can't help himself. Really can't help himself.
He can't
Big
have
old
it his own
dummy.
way.
You know, so eventually you will run into not everybody has time to write small claims or file civil suits, blah, 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 blah. But just like with your scams with the equipment, Jim, you get away with a bunch of times. Eventually you're going to run in against somebody and who's going to have the time and everything's going to fall into place and you're going to get in legal trouble. So, you know, no, they don't. So, you know, no, they don't credit her for finding and seeking the truth. We know it comes up first, but if you read it, it never says it's only him reporting that the story about how she was found. Okay, the police went and did this meetup with her at like a Walmart, and the police are the ones who brought her home. He just then went and said that he did all this stuff. We know he makes up crazy stories about how he was somehow responsible for it. No, they don't credit her for finding and seeking the truth. We know it comes up first, but if you read it, it never says it's only him reporting that the story about how she was found. Okay, the police went and did this meetup with her at like a Walmart, and the police are the ones who brought her home. He just then went and said that he did all this stuff. We know he makes up crazy stories about how he was somehow responsible for it. So again, that's his big thing that he relies on. But like we said, since we know for a fact that he has listed people that he says he found, and we know for a fact that he's straight lying about it, in some cases never even hired, he just pestered them for money, then, you know, we can basically assume that he's lying about the other ones. Or honestly, if he's not lying about one, he's lying about 10 others. He still shouldn't be getting this money. He's upping his price. He took poor Alex Easterling's mom now for $4,500, and then he was still like hitting her up last week to get the rest of the money.
That's like getting pretty close to grand theft, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm not coming in,
Jim. I don't go on people's.
As a matter of fact, she doesn't owe you fucking show.
You're dropped. She dropped you. So thank God. And you know what? That's an example of she had just given you money while this whole thing was going on. She's living her life, you know, trying to look for her son. She had no idea what was going on YouTube. And then we were able to make it loud enough. And so she knows. And there you go. That's one family saved. Too late, but they're saved. So that's good, right? And then that's just what we're going to do. We're going to just allow you to create enough of it's all your stuff. It's all your behavior, Jim. Nobody has to do anything. Just going to centralize the information a little bit more.
You just cost her $4,500 with your lies and your scams.
Yeah, you're
during the
because
worst time of her life.
I use fired loosely because it's not really like she fired you as much as she realized that you weren't really doing a job.
I think she already paid you. Stop deflecting. Stop deflecting. See, I think it's funny that you can go on these channels and talk all this shit and laugh and joke and do all this dumbass shit and then beg for PayPal, but you can't come up on this panel and go against 3 people who know about your bullshit.
That's what common and pathological liars do. They just have to deflect.
Because if he had his shit, he could be right up here right now with the proof. Boom, 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 boom. And he ain't got shit. I ain't got an email the first with no proof. We are not going to sit here and argue, and you're not going to sit here and try to belittle people and talk shit.
I wouldn't. Joe will let you. I guess
Doug doesn't need to let anybody talk. You got
I would not
bring your ass up here. Scary ass.
Talk to the Doug. Like, I've seen this man on YouTube now. That is not a person I would talk to in real life or anywhere else. It's you. This is a small.
Right. You're not going to come up here because you're a fucking scam and you already know you're going to get called out. Of course, you're not going to come up here.
It's 100.
You're here right now, Jim Terry. We're calling you out right now, Jim Terry. Come up and defend yourself. Come up and prove us wrong. Come up and stick up for yourself. Defend yourself right now.
We asked for proof and he's all, "I'll be good, ladies."
My battery ran out. Gotta go. 1%. You liar.
I got called out on my bullshit. Oop, gotta tuck my tail and run.
And he's older than us, and he's been doing this. He's been lying to people and taking their money for literally 20 years. Longer than 20 years.
You notice he's like, "Oh, Doug will let you on because you can't sit up here and take the shit. You can't take the heat by yourself. You got to have Doug come up here. Oh, we got to go on Doug's channel. Nah, man up."
Yeah, somebody like this has
drop that sack.
Threatened to extort somebody by name for a certain amount of money for certain things. Captain Kangaroo, you're right. So that was dumb. But he can only deal with people who allow him to talk, right? I mean, this is not hard to expose his lies because he lies so much. You could just say it. And if you don't allow him to go off on a tangent or to make it about something else and make it about people's looks or something like that, he's done. He's dead in the water.
And it doesn't even matter. We have all the proof. We have it all. We know it all. That's not going away. We have it all. It's facts. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not going to back down. I don't even have a YouTube channel. This was the first time I ever did StreamYard or whatever. I'm not backing down on this guy. He cannot hurt any more families. I don't know why I feel so passionate about this, but like, it's horrible what he's doing to people. He can't get away with it anymore. I'm just whatever.
But I would never reach out to unlike Jim, I don't think it's our place to just like reach out to any people that we feel like to prove our points, because it's not always appropriate to reach out to families who, like, I personally am not comfortable reaching out to families unless they came forward first. So their person is still missing or their loved one is deceased. I would never do that. Yeah, no. So if he says that he wants to have Gloria's parents contact us, yeah, go ahead, send the email to Queen Bee. All right, absolutely, do that. I mean, it wouldn't make a difference, but I actually would like to make sure that they know how much you're using her story as your advertisement. So that would be great. I mean, even if they said, yeah, we feel like he did have something to do with it, it would not do anything to discount your overall con, but I would really like them to know because I don't see them on Facebook and YouTube constantly talking about you. We're constantly talking about them and their daughter. So yeah, please send the information if you're already in contact with them that you say they want to talk. Already in contact with them that you.
Yeah, because that's the difference. We don't harass people like he does. He harasses people until they're so exhausted from it that they don't even want to talk about it anymore. You know what I mean?
Are you lying on Candace Cooley? Why do you keep lying on Justin and Dylan's parents?
Oh, he ran away.
They both love their son. They both love their son. And Dylan was with his mom during the week and with his dad on the weekends. She never dumped her kids off. You're a fucking piece of shit for saying all that. You know damn well you're sitting up here fucking lying your ass off trying to get your little 15 minutes of fame. It's fucking disgusting. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just letting you know that he already ran away.
He ran away. He ran out of battery on his phone.
That little bitch can't help but come loud. I'm sure he's sitting there listening.
Oh, he's watching. I know he's watching, but his big, you guys are probably have a shitty life line didn't have the effect.
I can't bring my proof. I can't bring my proof. I can't send it and I can't put it up on here. So I'm not going to go up here because these guys know my con. They're going to call me out for it.
Exactly.
Then he's like, only 100 people are watching. Like, who cares? We understand that you have more idiots on YouTube.
I don't give a shit if 5 people
That's people to stop paying you. If we want them to have the actual information when you cold call them with your fake services. Okay. And then once they're, free to get that information and that's what your Google results are, then they can do whatever they like. They can make whatever decision they want.
You would stick up for yourself. Anybody would. But he cannot do that because he is a con artist, a liar, and a fraud. And he's exposed. He's done. His time's up. He's done harassing vulnerable families and scamming them. Yeah,
Karmic Vibes, that's what they do. Sometimes con artists, when they get really caught, I heard him on that, guys, they admit it. and then they spin it. And if people want to be dumb enough for him to say,
Oh yeah.
he's like, I got arrested for bad checks because somebody wrote me a bad check, so I had to write a check to myself. Like, that's not what people do. That's why you got arrested. That's illegal. And then he said with the stealing the bleachers, he said that it was just it was the wrong kind of bleachers, and so he wanted to send them back, but he didn't want to pay the shipping, so he just kept them. And then he got arrested for theft, and then he decided to plead guilty to it and pay restitution because it would have been like the same or a little bit more expensive just to return the bleachers. Would anybody here allow themselves to get arrested for fraud and theft and plead guilty for it in order to save a couple bucks on shipping?
No. It's so stupid. He's so stupid. It's so stupid. And the thing is, we have it all. We have all the proof.
Do we have anybody have the Storage Wars episodes?
Oh, I do. I have it.
Do you really? I want to watch the Storage Wars when we take time. We'll put it together. But I still haven't gotten back and looked at what Sleuth Mom said about that. Channel is gone. That Darkness Exposed thing. I have to go find the
I sent it to you on Twitter. Play it. Can you pull it up?
Oh,
I
yes,
sent it to you in your inbox.
I'm sorry. Like so why did her channel get taken down though? Because he was just threatening the doxer?
Oh yeah, why? What you think you're gonna pay $500 to dox Sleuth Mom? You're an ass. You know what? That's okay. We all stand behind her. Me and my little 100 people that you want to say, I don't give a shit. We all stand behind her.
Oh yeah. So a channel gets taken down because some people let him threaten to dox somebody. That's crazy. And
wait a minute, Darkness. Did she say Darkness Exposed? Is that what she said?
That was the one he was on, and he went up there and he made really explicit thing saying like, I'm going to be releasing everybody's, the information of everybody who's ever known you.
Family, her. Yeah, he went on and on. It was disgusting. It was so gross.
And they just sat there.
Yeah, they just sat there and let him say it. So I guess, you know what, if you're going to be stupid and let somebody say that on your channel, I guess maybe you do deserve to get it removed. But like,
I don't know if she got removed, but like, it's gone. Maybe she also kind of freaked out about it. I think maybe she took it down or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to look into it now, but it was really bad. It was such a blatant violation of TOS. I've been telling people, like, why would anybody let him say this on their channel?
Exactly.
Like, your channel.
I mean, it's not worth it to let this man who just says horrible, awful things, it's not worth it, ladies. Stop it. Be smarter. He's a con artist. Stop thirsting over him. He is just conning everybody. But he's done now. We've got everything on him. He's done.
But he gave Sleuth Mom, he had said that he was going to be doxing Sleuth Mom like yesterday or whatever. And it was like this big, tomorrow night I'm changing YouTube forever. And then he got on there and the whole title was like huge announcement in the Dylan Rounds case, which it wasn't. And then his big announcement was, I'm going to do it next Tuesday. And I think it's because he wasn't able to find out who she really was. And he might eventually be able to. He should have already been able to, honestly, if you're a private investigator. But
yeah.
But no, he left. He's not really interested in clearing his name because you see how fast he came in here and how fast he left.